there's a preamble to this video, which means something didn't go right. It turns out the first 45 minutes of this episode of Odyssey of the Dragonlords, my audio was not recorded. Luckily, everyone else's audio is fine, and as you know, I'm not the dungeon master of that stream. So, what I'm going to try and do is dub over what I said. It's not going to be perfect. Obviously, my lips aren't going to match, although I had a much longer beard in that video, so I think my mouth is mostly covered, and I kind of sit like this, because I'm usually looking at my character sheet. So I kind of sit off, kind of hunched. So, yeah, hopefully it's not too bad or noticeable if there are some awkward pauses and people responding to things that you can't hear. I'm really sorry. Again, I'm going to try and recreate it as best I can. Around the 45-minute mark, I figure it out, and you'll see that I start to look sad, because I was sad for the rest of that episode. But I still then I'll start to kind of talk through the rest of it. So sorry, first of all, that this episode of Dragonlords is so late, but I had to re-record 45 minutes of it, and I haven't even done that yet. So I'm gonna get to it now. Thanks everybody. Have a great night, day, evening, morning, whenever you're watching this, and enjoy this episode. Go ahead. You can go now.
Now I feel like, welcome back, everybody. I should have prepared a musical intro, but I didn't. I was going to try to come up with one off the cuff, but that would be painful for everybody, including me. So I won't do that. Here we are with an episode we've just named. Is this episode 12? We've been doing this for a dirty dozen. Perhaps that's what we should have called it. But we didn't. We called it Summoned by the King, which is...
That refers back to the Krispy Kreme reference too. The Dirty Dozen, Baker's Dozen.
Yeah.
Although that's 13 as a Baker's, so next episode maybe it's that.
We're doing the thing. Yeah.
Okay.
Right. Anyway, wow, we've come quite a way. What have we done? We've a boar has been killed and sacrificed to Thylea. An oracle has been saved. Visions were handed out, and great labors were accomplished. Things such as clearing mithril mines and saving kids from creepy dryads and looting tombs, which is an odd great labor, but it is one nonetheless. And now here our adventurers stand, level 5, in Astoria, at the palace, having celebrated the completion of the first 3 great labors. And as we discussed last time, there were some visitors. In the distant skies, 3 winged forms approach, and the sun shimmers off their scales. And you realize that they are young copper dragons. And you've heard rumors of the dragons of Mitros, but these are far more splendid than you imagined. Good guys, if you will, through and through. Surely these are the protagonists that we've been waiting for. And they land before you. Dragons ridden by red-cloaked knights, centurions from the city. And they descend, and they dismount, and they have a determined look in their eyes. And the leader introduces himself and says, I am Tarkon. We have come on behalf of King Acastus to escort you to his palace. He wishes an audience with you. This is the part where we got summoned by the king. That's the title. Yeah, this is the...
Roll
it's
credits.
Literal. Yeah.
The next time when we play,
On the way to the king.
So Tarkon stands before you, and he says, King Acastus will not take no for an answer. If I go back empty-handed, me and my men are not going to have a pleasant day. So please, you have to come visit the king.
What kind of king is going to make things unpleasant for people who do his bidding?
That's King Acastus. He is strong but fair,
Okay.
as all protagonists are.
Let's see.
He just screams good guy.
Yep. Yep. I mean, come on. What are you doing here with Pythor? How dare you throw stones in glass houses?
So, and are we meant to just? You're going to escort us, or are we meant to accompany you aboard this mount of yours?
Oh, no, you're not going to ride a dragon. I mean, we'll fly
When-
above you overhead, but
Seems about right. Okay. What say you, friends?
I mean, they kind of guilted us into it, so probably should.
come on. Don't you want to meet the people of Mitros?
Oh.
They're expecting you.
I mean, I'm from Mitros, but
Don't you want to go home? It's your home. Are you too good for your home?
no.
Um,
I think I'm from a very different Mitros than you are, though.
Hmm.
I-
Oh,
mm,
you grew up in Stygian Row, did you? Okay, I got you. Yeah, us up on the hill, we live a better life, but still, we'll count you from Mitros
Well,
nonetheless.
are we just saying the quiet part out loud now?
Well, just so if it excites you, you will get to go to the palace. Perhaps you've never been there before. It's pretty nice inside. It's where the king lives. You know.
I haven't had a want to, but sure.
I do believe a lot of our next labors happen on the sea. It's closer to the sea.
All right, great. Well, it sounds like it's a rousing yes.
Well, I mean,
We're just gonna get back on our dragons and fly up there and wait for you to start going.
does this seem creepy to you guys? I don't know. All right, let's. I'm gonna fly. I'll
I
keep
mean,
them
I really
company.
feel like we're being shanghaied, which is a place in
Mhm.
Theros.
Oh, is it? Tell us about this Shanghai.
Now we better get going. It's they're going, and we should just.
It's it's probably going to be about like an 8-hour on foot thing to Mitros, so it's a little bit of a haul.
Are there mountains?
Not
You
unless
do.
you want to.
No, hard to pass.
and the
Oh,
and the
yeah.
terrain is like what?
I don't see a way around mountains. We're going from Astoria to Mitros.
Yeah, there's a trail. There's a road. There's a road that merchants
So it's
from
a,
one city to the
okay.
next have set.
So it's a proper
there's
road. Are there like
it's a proper road.
trees and stuff? Is it what's the country like?
Yeah, trees, hilly,
Okay.
maybe
We'll go
we'll say
through some
pre-mountainous, just
Yeah.
so others come along.
Right.
Not quite mature mountainous terrain.
Sure.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
all right. Well, we can go that way.
Path through mountains is acceptable as opposed to
Maybe we can lose these guys.
Okay.
Yeah, it's bigger than Astoria, I'm pretty sure.
Okay, so we're gonna set off on foot. Is there anything that the group would like to do before leaving Astoria? Pythor's probably like holding back tears.
Don't encourage him.
You understand? One more glass of wine, good lion friend.
Oh yeah, I'll take a road soda for sure.
Road soda.
Must be some pollen in the air.
I'm going to miss you, Pythor. You and your wine.
Bring it in. Bring it in, lion buddy.
It's the son he never had. He wished he always wanted a lion son.
You're
Oh
my
no,
favorite
he's
child.
Does he have a
plenty
lion
of
son?
sons.
Yeah, but does he have a
Take-
lion son?
He's probably
Take-
got a few, to be honest.
Really? Does he have? Oh, crazy. He's one of those dads.
Take care of my hammer for me.
I'm the one with the hammer.
Oh, yes, you. Oh, yes, my child. Take care of my hammer for me, please. Make sure it doesn't get harmed. Protect it with your body if you must. It's very special to me.
I'll make sure to do that, Dad.
Thank you.
Okay. So
Before we go, I think Andromeda's just gonna buy like a short sword
Okay.
because she's suddenly become a melee character.
Oh. All right. Mid-season change. Range to
Wait.
melee.
Yeah, I might.
And it's like
If
you
we
guys
could,
gave me a shield and like a breastplate. I'm like, I'm the ranged person.
when you still can be, but yeah, having the ability to harm people up close.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do not feel compelled to use that. Keep using range stuff. It's just an option. You're the only one who can
I have
use
a
half
spear.
this stuff.
You have like
So what if someone sneaks up on you? Then you've got a shield and a breastplate.
I have a stick too.
Yeah, and you can use the stick with the shield one-handed. Perfect.
um
I would
As-
prefer not calling it a stick, because mechanically that I think is treated differently. But true, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I suppose we should make sure we have enough rations or whatever to make it
Mhm.
through.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Piper
we should
loads you up with a
do-
bunch of wine. This will get you through on your journey, friends.
Day drinking on the road. Right.
As I only found out I was the hordes person halfway through, I will have to do some accounting. But yeah, if we could dump a bunch of old equipment and
Oh.
do some shopping.
They do have some rations for you. They Pythor presents you with a bunch of rations. He said,
Oh.
unfortunately, we had to put down Garius, but I trust that
What?
he will taste really well.
Oh no.
He's been dried and everything. I already had a piece.
I can't believe you could be so jerky about this.
Yes, the first inspiration of the day.
The pun or the jerky? Not the pun. Clearly. Yeah, I knew it. Damn it. I'm going to. It's terrible. It was rough, man.
Yeah.
That was something. Like, I mean, I see things differently, not just because of this crown, but just things are different. Things are strange.
You have a bunch of wine. You have a bunch of beef.
I am a fan of javelins.
Javelin peacock. Yep. Okay. An
We
opti
can-
set.
It's just kebab on the way.
And you follow the trail to Mitros. And along the way, there's really only one thing of note that you encounter. And
All right, Garrett, to interrupt real quick, I'm going to do a bunch of math on like saleable treasure that we have, and then just total that up. Is that okay? Can I sell that in Astoria, or would you rather me do that in Mitros?
Yep, wherever you want to do that.
It's just a bunch of breastplates and shields and shit we've been carrying around for a bunch of episodes. Thank you.
Yeah, that's good. Yep. Monetize everything.
But
Um,
it's because it doubles every time in the character sheet.
oh yeah, character sheet glitch. Just
So you've just
money
got
upon money
pockets
upon
of-
money. Yeah.
Yeah, we could just sell one a day.
You would think though that they would start to become very devalued if they multiplied that much. It's like, oh, another one of these. That's worthless.
Copy of a copy of a
Great
copy.
economic systems and RPGs. My favorite.
Uh, Okay, so the only thing that the only random encounter I rolled up along the way
Hmm.
is a pair of enormous stone forearms that reach out of the ground.
Oh, what? That's
Yeah,
like a
so
super golem.
you're following a path, and the statues of these giant arms coming up out of the ground are completely still. They're frozen in a gesture that appears to be grasping at the sky. And although the stonework appears to be finely carved, there are no other signs of civilization or any man-made structures anywhere in the vicinity of these things. And once again, Kira's like, the arms of Kentamane,
Oh, right. I was just
always
looking at
present,
Vitamin K
waiting for
is
you to
really.
inviting you to do something wrong so that they can smash you to bits. That's just a little
Oh,
flavor that I added.
Oh, that's
Oh,
that's
looks
a
like they're
nice
trying to give you a
that's a
high
nice touch.
five.
Oh, and a positive
That's-
spin. That's good.
Hmm.
Arms of Kentamine.
that's how like children's myths get made. You get
Mhm.
start
Right.
rumors that the arms of Kentamine are gonna smash you if
Yes.
you do something wrong.
At winter solstice, kids must have behaved well the entire year to get presents, or the arms of Kentamane take them away. Yep,
So
that's pretty much how it goes.
Kentamine is the 100-handed, right?
That's
So
correct.
there's 98 more hands somewhere around sticking out.
Well, you've been
Right
seeing
now
them.
Well, let's see.
yeah.
Let's see how many
Right now
hands there are here.
we might be up to 12.
There's 18 arms reaching up out of the ground here.
That's a lot.
Nice.
Wow.
Glad I asked. You roll the D100.
I turned it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think the most we'd seen was 6 or something at the waterfall.
I think
Like
it's a
a
waterfall. Yeah.
forest of Kentamane.
Well, we're going kind of through the foothills right now, so that's a good place for them.
Yeah.
I guess I've forgiven Kira enough to keep talking to her.
What's that? You need a spell? You want to roll?
Absolutely
a D100?
not. Do not touch me.
No?
Do not touch me. I do not consent.
Do you know Stone to Flesh?
Maybe.
Uh,
roll?
Cast it on the arms. Let's see what happens
Want to cast a spell on the arms?
from a distance. I mean,
No.
you can do it, Kira, and we'll watch. But I think it would be fun, and you could write down
Actually,
some stuff
I think
about it.
I think that's probably against the oath of peace. I don't think I can do that.
Oh, I'll do it.
That
If you want to
applies to you,
teach me
why?
the spell, I'll do it.
I only know flesh to stone, so I'm
But not the
useless.
reverse.
Right.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
That's true. As a Medusa, that is one of your specialities.
Mm.
No, but Kira, and again, I cannot stress enough: do not touch me. But is there a reason that Kentamane is so restless that you can think of?
It's
Well,
really handsy.
he's the guardian of Thylea. He has to be everywhere to guard her. It's like, he's the overprotective husband.
This doesn't seem.
So does it track that the more the hands are present, that it's an area that needs more protection?
No, nobody's ever been really able to figure that out. But
And are we sure he's not just really grabby?
Right?
he could
All
be.
of these
I mean, he's
great
he-
powers are.
some of the stories about Kentamane. He's noted to be a very aggressive and easily angered.
Well, it's what you said about him smashing us up, right? Or
Yeah, so it fits.
Hmm.
I'm just playing into the tales.
It's a nice touch. It really is.
Mm-hmm. I know.
See, then you bring it around, and I don't know. Anyway, I'm telling you, learn from everybody. That's what my parents used to say. Anyway, thanks for the lesson. Are we going forward? Or are we flying? What's
Yeah,
happening?
let's go to Mitros, everyone.
And these dragon guys are waiting on us while we're dicking around in the city.
They're flying ahead. You see them
Yeah,
up there listening in the.
Do we have any drag? We should buy some Dragon Slayer stuff. Just saying. Is there stuff around?
I got a crown.
They yell down to you. They say, "Don't worry, the Dragonlords are here to protect you. The hands will not harm you."
Okay. All right.
All the same, I'll kind of sing to myself, kind of like Old Wood's lullaby, trying to tell Kentamane to fucking relax already.
Here,
I love that
Kira
lullaby.
will join you. She'll sing along.
Okay.
Be cool, Kentamine. Be cool.
Is it the Thylean version of "Go the fuck to sleep"?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. As you approach the city of Mitros, you are reminded of its immense scale. Yes, this place is much bigger than Astoria. Walls and temples sprawl across the foundations of Mount Vulcan, one of the biggest mountains of all of Thylea. That's right here next to the city.
A volcano?
It is, yeah. It's great. It's dormant, but its great harbor stretches for miles across the coast, and this is considered and also nicknamed the Jewel of Thylea, the bastion of mortal civilization. But something is wrong. Massive swirling black clouds loom over the city. The wind is battering its ships and tearing at its banners, and howling gales greet you as you draw closer to the city gates.
I don't remember it being quite so doomy.
You know, at least we're being greeted by Gale, howling or not. Nice to meet you, Gale.
Hello.
How? Right.
As you draw closer to the city gates, it actually becomes difficult just to put one foot in front of the other. Strength saving throws? No, I'm just kidding.
Everybody get behind Kyros.
I also have an 8 strength.
The Centaurians that are at the royal gate urgently beckon you into the city as torrential rain begins and starts to hammer down. Glancing up into the sky, you notice something ominous has materialized into this spinning mass of hurricane clouds. That's right. It's forming, and in the center, in the very eye of this hurricane, is the visage of the Lord of Storms himself, Sidon.
Dude.
His angry eyes rove the city until they abruptly lock onto all of you.
Yeah, that definitely wasn't there before.
The Titan conjures a crackling white bolt of lightning, and it hurls your direction. Roll for initiative.
Oh no.
Shit knocker. What a dick.
It's in the book. It's not me. I didn't.
7.
Oh, I have advantage on those now.
I
Dirty 21.
Oh, 21.
I
All
guess
right.
that's the only way to roll a 21.
All right.
A
We'll go
natural
reverse order.
21.
Naya, worse than a 21.
I did get worse than a 21. I got a 10.
I did.
10. Okay.
I got a 14.
14 beats a 10. Delta?
I
Lower
got
than
a
a 10?
6.
6. Heroes? Worse than a 6?
22. Rolled a natural 20 plus 2.
We have a winner with a natural
Boom.
6. Delta, the lightning bolt strikes you.
No.
Dexterity saving throw, please.
Oh, cool.
Interesting.
No problem.
I don't have enough 6.
You can't die.
Can I use my inspiration from last session?
If you have it, absolutely you may.
Okay. So I definitely rolled an 8, and I don't think that's going to do it.
Against a god bolt of lightning, you don't think?
16? The best I could do.
Take a look.
Right. Because
Bring in all the snakes.
Iron
Lightning
in their diet.
rods.
Yeah.
Luckily, the snake hair will disperse it, right? Snakes are naturally conductive of electricity.
Like, I want to believe you're thinking of eels, but I don't think you're thinking at all.
It's deep, man.
I think you misunderstood a mural somewhere and just thought all snakes are electric ever since.
Oh, saving throw. Okay. Yep, here it is. Boom. Strike a target. 120 feet. Yeah, 16's not even close.
Ooh.
But,
What did I have to roll?
Oh no.
all right. Well, I won't roll. You could just take the damage. 22 lightning damage.
Oh,
I
that
find that
was
shocking.
most of my health.
Well, all right, you're not dead then.
Well, you're a rogue. Can you uncanny dodge?
You know I can't.
Inspiration. That is that nicely done.
Could I use it? Can I use? Oh, that's a bonus action. Do I have any reaction?
You have absorb elements or something?
What's this?
When the-
I can have Sidon throw a second bolt at the hero with the second lowest initiative. I think that was Naya.
What?
Naya, why don't you make a dexterity saving throw?
Absolutely.
Oh, that's right. There's no metal in water. Don't worry about it. You'll be fine.
Yeah. That's true. I'm very grounded. No, and I was like considering that I'm just staring daggers up at this stupid thing, so I deserve it. I made eye contact.
It says you may choose to have, and in my argument, having a soft spot for the protagonists, I do want them to have the best chance to win. So.
Sure. So I'm trying to stare defiantly at this absolute dickhole, and I roll a. Yeah, it's not great. It's not great.
Sounds like
20
22 lightning damage. That's what it
22.
sounds like.
You said, yeah.
Crack.
Okay.
How far away from this angry eye of assholishness?
I guess like 120 feet.
Okay.
Would you say that he's the eye of the storm?
As soon as the light. Yeah.
I fall to my knees. My defiant look is over.
Are you all right?
No,
How dead are you?
I'm very okay. I'm fine. Water's
Okay.
great with lightning.
As soon as the lightning bolts strike, the face
It was super
dissipates,
effective.
but the hurricane remains. The torrential rain, the wind, the
It's a spell effect.
swirling, and
I attack the darkness.
is it a spell
That's
effect?
good. That's good. Dead alewives, always good.
I think it's a spell effect. Let's see. I don't know. Why would you ask?
Because I couldn't dispel magic.
Oh. No, it doesn't. It doesn't work.
Oh,
The storm.
so
I'm not going to do it. I'm just asking if it's
Yeah,
a spell.
I'll just
or
tell
if
you,
it's
it doesn't
like-
work.
Yeah.
So don't worry about
Okay, great. So what are these other Dragon Rider guys doing too while this lightning's shooting around?
it. They took cover. They're gone. You're in the city now. So
They're heroes. They're heroes. This is why we have to be the bad guys, definitely. So, because these heroes suck.
you're quickly ushered up to the great palace, so that there aren't any other ill effects from the weather on you.
Yeah, please excuse my singed skin.
Oh, very much excused, my lady. Please, to the palace. We understand if you're not looking your best to meet the king, but it is what it is. Yes, come right this way. So the Centaurians that met you at the gate lead you through marble colonnades of the palace and into the royal hall where the king waits. You can hear the rain like hammering loudly upon the palace roof, and you enter the throne room. An ear-splitting crack of thunder rolls across the sky. No more dexterity saves, though. You're good.
I flinch instinctively.
Me too. I take Delta's hand. Just
Do you guys need healing? Are you all right?
yeah. Andromeda's gonna touch like Delta's shoulder and cast like a first level cure wounds.
I have healing words. I can
bless
do
you.
that. Second level on you, Naya.
You get 6 hit points back, Delta.
It's the thought that counts.
What is healing word? How many dice?
2d4, I think.
So second level, it's 3d4. Is that right?
No, second level would be 2d4. Sorry, I was already.
Oh, sorry. That's what I thought. So okay. Did you roll it already, or do you want me to?
No, go ahead.
And I think I add my. Do I add any
Yes.
charisma to this?
You should, yes.
Okay, so then that is going to be 10 points for you. I'm going to burn 2 of these. It's a second spell slot, so that's an additional. So 19 back for you.
Total?
Yep.
Okay.
You took 22, right?
Yes.
Okay. Sorry, I couldn't top you off.
No, it's okay.
I'm just not charismatic enough.
Bless you.
This
King.
weather, it's really got you down.
Kira asked
Yeah,
if
I
you want
mean,
her to help.
I don't even feel like flying, I guess.
Can she help you with the charisma, Kira?
No.
Another thing that she can step
what?
in and help with? No?
And I will second level cure wounds while holding Delta's hand.
Oh, thank you.
Nice.
Take 12 back.
So here you are in the throne room. There's a middle-aged man. He has a powerful build, and he sits on a gilded throne opposite the entrance. And on the step below him are 4 others. Is a beautiful, ageless woman of regal bearing. There is a soldier dressed in a cerulean cloak who you've seen before, and you know as Gaius. There is a tiefling wearing a black robe, and there is a finely dressed young woman. Centaurians stand at attention along the walls of the room. And the king beams seeing you enter. He says, "Here they are. Oh, the heroes of the Heartlands. Welcome, honored guests. You've come not a moment too soon. I am in desperate need of your counsel. As you may have noticed, our beautiful city is besieged by evil weather. We have wasted several days.
Literally evil weather.
We have
At least
wasted
surly
several
weather.
days discussing how to best placate the Lord of Storms, but my advisors cannot seem to agree upon anything. But the Oracle's prophecy has obviously angered Sidon. That much is clear. And since you are the ones who were foretold to confront the Titans and restore the balance to Thylea, I have decided you must be the ones to decide how to resolve this crisis. Plus, I have a joke. Oh, look what the cat drug in. Get it? There's a lion bringing heroes in. It's funny.
Thank you for telling us. Guys, it's funny.
Oh, I don't get things sometimes.
Takes a king to point these things out sometimes.
Yes, inspiration from me.
Fantastic. I've got a great idea. Have you considered a sacrifice of the king to the god?
Say this to him?
No.
Okay.
I mean,
He
if I
says,
was
please, before we
if I was a
consider our
fool."
options, let me introduce my counsel. He says, here, one of my most trusted, commander of the Order of Sidon, Gaius. Have you met him? Very nice
Yes.
man. Sacrifice. His throat. And here, next to Gaius, someone I've recently welcomed into the palace as part of my council. Meet Condris. Condris is the tiefling with the black robe. Representative of the cult of
Conjurus?
Lutheria. Condris, yes.
Oh.
Chondrus.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Tieflings aren't very common here in Thylea, correct?
Mm-hmm. Most of them live in Stygian Row in Mitros, and most of them are distrusted because people see them as like, you have to be a spy from Lutheria. Rightly or wrongly. And so they tend to almost fall into those ranks because there's nowhere else for them to really go.
So I might be a little bit more familiar with them then. Okay.
He says,
And the
and
noble
here,
woman?
one of the wisest and most trusted of my council. And as he goes to glance at the woman of regal bearing, he actually immediately shifts his gaze to the other woman of less regal bearing and says, my concubine, Bella. And she sort of gives a little curtsy. Oh, yes, I almost forgot. This over here is Valis. She happens to be queen.
Is who? Valis?
Valis, yeah. One of the 5, by the way.
Yes.
Oh, wow. The ageless one?
The goddess of wisdom.
Yes. Let's not focus on this too much. So we have.
Does Kira respond to Valis's presence at all?
Yeah, a little bit. It's like, oh yeah, I know her. From the past. Not because we're anything. It's just, I've seen her before. Maybe we've talked once or twice. Can't remember the details.
Sus.
The king says there's only 4 possible solutions that I see to this crisis. Let us consider what each council member has offered. First, we'll begin with me, the best. I think, since you are the great heroes, the chosen, perhaps you can just use your magic. Stop the storm. Go ahead. Go cast your magics and control the weather.
I
Just like
tried that on the way in. Yeah, it's not gonna work.
Are you telling me the great and powerful chosen of the Oracle cannot simply banish the storm? You're not powerful enough to handle the might of Sidon as it was foretold?
Well, why don't we hear the other possible solutions? Maybe we can circle back to the best one.
All I'm saying is that it occurred to us to try that before we got in to speak with you.
Oh,
that seemed like
surely.
basic.
After
the basic
I
approach.
said it, it occurred to you to yes, right, got you.
No, before
I understand. Oh, very powerful political play, sir. Yes, as if I've not been king for more than a day. Yes, good one. Okay, well, it appears these heroes are not as powerful as I've heard. Perhaps we shall consider another option. Commander Gaius, I'd like to hear what you would have to counsel your king on as an option.
I'm gonna guess that it starts with sac and ends with refice.
You know what I'm going to say.
And they say
I
I'm
don't
the
demand the
prophet.
sacrifice.
Sack of
Not
rice.
just any sacrifice. No. You had a chance to sacrifice the boar to Sidon, and you did not. Sacrifice. You did not do it. You did it to Thylea. Why? We must dismantle the Temple of the Five here in Mitros. There shall be no more Temple of the Five. The heroes will go and dismantle it themselves. Get rid of the temple, and then Sidon shall be appeased, and the storm shall leave. That is a worthy sacrifice. What say you, heroes? Dismantle the temple. Sacrifice.
And the third option?
Sacrifice.
The third option?
I spit on the floor.
We're just we're taking notes. We're taking notes.
Yeah.
I've
done my best.
There are no
my
bad
king.
ideas except yours.
How dare you? Are you wearing the crown of the Dragonlords?
Yeah.
Oh, this one, a false king or queen or whatever you
I'm
are.
wearing a crown too. We both leveled up since we met you last. Well, look out.
Have I? Because I've made sacrifice.
What?
Sacrifice.
Okay, and the third option?
The king says, fine. It seems the best options laid out on the table. We will go to option 3. I'd like to hear from my next most trusted counsel, Condris. What does Lutheria have to say about this? Certainly, Lutheria, a main protagonist, has a worthy suggestion. And Condris says, yes, Sidon can only be placated by the intervention of Lutheria. I think it should take 70 children of the city committed to the Black Robes, and Lutheria will convince Sidon to be placated.
How would that work?
They
What?
become like
What say you, heroes? They'll become members of the cult.
they'll
They'll be
lose their
indoctrinated.
childhoods.
You see Valis is
Yeah,
just like
exactly.
disgusted by this. She's like, absolutely not.
Well, I would like to hear what Valis has to say.
Oh, perhaps we shall, but it's not her turn. No, before her, much more wisdom can be found in my concubine, Bella. Bella, what option do you offer for the heroes? Bella's like, well, let me see there, sweetie. I think if we sacrifice 100 oxen, that should take care of it. King's like, 100 oxen? Oh, the royal coffers could never afford such an expense. Perhaps the heroes could pay the cost of the 10,000 gold pieces for the 100 oxen. And Sidon would be happy with that.
No.
Just
So, there it is. 4 options laid out before you, heroes.
So, and
What about
Valis.
Valis?
Yeah.
Who? Oh, her! You want to hear what she...
Yeah, dude, happy wife, happy life. Ever heard of it?
Yes,
Jeez.
yes, I know. And nothing makes a wife happier than a strong and noble protagonist king. Very well.
Where are we gonna find one of
Was the
those?
queen.
I was gonna say.
Very well. Shush, 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 heroes. Let's hear what this Valis has to say. And she stands up from her throne and just... She approaches you directly. She just ignores everybody else. She's like... dismisses. And she's... When she approaches you, she radiates like this sense of profound intellect. And you can almost feel beauty like pour off of her.
Mm-hmm.
And she says, heroes of the prophecy, I greet you. I am Valis of the 5 gods, and for centuries, the people of Mitros have revered me as the goddess of wisdom. Mortal kings once traveled from across the Cerulean Gulf seeking my counsel, but as you can see, my husband prefers to consult with fools and concubines. We gods are capable of saving the city. Joined together, the 4 of us can weave a spell to counter Sidon's magic. Such a miracle will require a sacrifice of our power. I will do what must be done to protect my city, but the others will need to be persuaded. So I can summon Kira, Pythor, and Vulcan to the palace so that you might speak with them and make them see reason. But you are the oracles chosen. They all have to heed to your words, not mine. And pursuing this path will not be without its own measure of sacrifice. It will sap some of our strength for what's to come.
Seems to be the best way and the most heroic one. No one else gets hurt.
Plus,
Kira's already here.
Yeah,
Kira's right over
here.
there.
I was gonna say.
Where? Kira's like, where? I've never met her.
Clark Kent wears glasses, guys.
You wouldn't be able to see Roy. It doesn't make any sense.
The king's like, oh, it's so exhausting. Please. I've heard these options for days. Just choose one and let's get this over with.
We've chosen.
Clearly, Valis's.
Why not Mitros?
What? You're not going to do mine and just use your magic?
It's kind of like your idea.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Right. All right, so you guys are going to go with Valis's option. You're going to summon Pythor and Vulcan to the palace, and you're going to try to
Yep.
convince them all to sacrifice their power to banish the storm.
I mean, Pythor already owes us a solid.
True. And if the other thing too is if we're able to persuade a couple of them, the ones who are holdouts might domino in. You know.
We got peer pressure then.
Right.
Okay. All right. It takes but a moment, and you see Vulcan walking in through the door of the palace. all gruff, and he's sort of like, "Ugh, are these ones bothering me now?"
But didn't he make some of these items that we have?
I
Make
don't
any
know.
of this stuff?
Well, I don't know if he might have actually. Yeah,
Wasn't he a
because
forge
he
god
made a number
like
of
Vulcan?
he made Vulcan made a lot of the weapons that were used in the war.
And we haven't used the crafting system yet, but he can use the forge to make us stuff.
He could, yes, he's come straight from the forge to the palace, and now you have him. And I imagine Pythor like flies in or jumps in through the roof of the palace and causes a big mess. And now rain's just like pouring in one section. He just lands on the floor. He's like, "Here I am. You called for me. You need help. Let me just finish my wine first." There we go. Now I'm ready for whatever you have. Oh, look, another king. Acastus. Hey there. Not as good looking of a king as I am, but still a king. It's fine. What can I do for my friends? Perhaps you'd like a party. A good Mitros party. Fine booze,
Afterwards.
fine women.
Afterwards. Yes,
Right.
yes, that's a great idea. Afterwards. Did you happen to notice the atmospheric situation
Yes,
on your way
that's
in?
why I landed somewhat harshly.
I'm
Yeah,
sure that was the only reason.
that's why.
Yep.
We have a solution to save Mitros, and we need to call upon the greatest heroes to do that, and that is you, the five.
You're not wrong. Mostly
So-
me, but okay.
Right.
Right.
So
I
what we
haven't been
need
out
to
of Astoria
do.
for 200 years, Nyrix. I'm
Wow,
ready
really?
to go. Yeah, let's do
Today's the day?
it. Here we go. Who are we going to slay first?
Well, first, what we're going to
You
do.
there, concubine. I challenge you. I'll work my way up.
I stand
No.
in front of Bella. Just
Remember that the true measure of a hero is what they can sacrifice for others.
I've
So-
given you my hammer. It is quite
Thank
a
you.
sacrifice.
It's very nice.
Is it being well
It's very
taken
nice.
care of?
It is.
Let me see it.
In front of all these people.
Well,
Struggling to take it out.
there it is.
Uh,
There's my baby. Oh, hi there, Delta. I almost didn't see you. Are you doing
Yeah.
okay? Yes.
As
Do you
well
wanna
as it
take
was
this one,
about 9
Delta?
hours ago.
Good. Yes.
wanna-
As long
do you
as
wanna
you're staying
take this
capable of
one?
taking care of the hammer, we're all good.
Haven't had to throw my body in front of it yet, but you know.
Right. Well, let's fly up and fight this storm together, shall we?
So about that, Aunt Valis over here has maybe a
Oh,
less.
there's my sister. I haven't seen her for so long. Alice. Alice is like, sure you still want this option?
Yeah. Sounded really good until he got here, and then
There's no going back now. All right,
Yeah.
let's do this.
it's already here. So you know.
Comes up and like hugs Valis and like kind of spills wine on her a little bit. She's like, fuck's sake. Okay, what are we doing now? Let's form a plan. Look how many of us there are. Surely there's no enemy that can take us down.
Valis, did you want to explain the plan?
Nope.
Oh,
Nope, all
okay,
you.
cool. Okay.
Yes.
They had to sacrifice some of your power
Oh,
to fight
gonna-
the storm.
gonna do that? Vulcan's like, fine, whatever. Pythor's like, look, that's what my friends need, and that's what we'll do. Sacrifice some power. All right. Ready to do this? Valis puts out her hand. Pythor takes it. Pythor puts out his hand. Vulcan's like, fine, whatever. Vulcan puts out his hand. Kira looks around. She's like, well, I mean, she is my namesake. I don't know where she's at, but I guess I'll step in. I'll take her place.
It's clearly you.
No, I have some magic. Let's see if this works.
I
steps in and
cover
they form a
my
circle.
ears to avoid butterflies.
Piper's like, what do we do? Do we chant something? Or do we just stand here in a circle? How does this work? Valis is like, just shut up.
Just
Just shut up for like
stop
2
talking.
seconds and it'll
Yeah.
happen.
And you see almost as if there's this energy that leaves them. And what's this? Oh, 1 level of permanent exhaustion for each of them.
Ooh.
Ooh.
We'll note that down here. Side on Eleutheria surely will destroy Mitros later on. Okay. Okay, so each of the 4 of the 5 that are here will take a permanent level of exhaustion for the remainder of the campaign. And hours pass, and the storm gradually relents. Light breaks
Yay.
through the clouds, spilling down onto the marble pediments and the wet paving stones of the city, and slowly the citizens begin to emerge from their homes. And before long, the usual bustle of everyday life in Mitros resumes. And King Acastus, he looks very pleased. Oh, excellent work. Oh, I knew I could trust you to handle this matter. Now, let's see about your reward. Hold on. Sort of looks in one side of his cloak and another back in one side. He says, oh, here it is. And he pulls out this rolled parchment. And he goes, you, which is your name there? You with the crown? With the dragons on it, trying to be all Dragonlordy even though you're not?
Andromeda.
Oh, yes, here. Here you go, Andromeda. He hands you the parchment. He says, this is a map. It will lead you to the last known whereabouts of the Ultros. Isn't that one of your great labors? Finding the ship. Oh. Well, it was my ancestor's ship. That's right, the legendary vessel of Esther Archelander, fiercest of the Dragonlords. He racked the countryside of those nasty fae. Fiercest of the Dragonlords. So there was a time when I thought I might claim it for myself, but I have no need of it now. You should know that I am rebuilding the ancient order of the Dragonlords. Your crown is a farce. All of your magic weapons are fake, just like you are. And in time, I will have a legion of dragon-mounted warriors under my command. You've already met some of them, so, it's happening. We'll have no more need of heroes and oracles and nonsense and things. So, I shall drive back the Titans with my power of the dragons, just as my forefathers did. But, take your map. Go ahead and do your great labors. Thank you for my service. Thank you for the service you've done to the city. Goodbye. Please don't linger in Mitros too long. Wouldn't want you here. Ruining my Dragonlord branding and everything, right? Don't want to get people distracted from that. Thank you.
Okay.
Okay.
You do you, buddy.
Yeah.
Wow.
Fake. He yells out as you leave.
Wow. But we get this ship?
Well, you have a map to the ship.
You get the ship.
Oh, its last known whereabouts.
Right. We have the keys.
Anything else that you want to do in the palace before you leave?
Poop on the floor, maybe? I don't know. This guy's a dick.
D&D Beyond doesn't tell me, but what does where is it? The crown, it casts a certain spell.
Oh, it opens up, it allows you to cast certain spells.
Cast Bond of the Dragonlords or the Dirge of the Dragonlords, but it doesn't tell me what those spells are.
It's in the player's guide, Liz. Do you have that?
Oh boy. I think I do.
Not,
Gotta find it.
I can copy.
They're pretty involved. And I think you need to have a dragon to really juiced up with. Though you might be able to pick on someone else's dragon.
I was thinking of, like, before we leave, like, Andromeda would sneak into, like, where the guy had kept all his dragons, cast a spell, and command all the dragons to, like, fly away.
That's a great baller move.
Well, I think Dirge is when your dragon dies. You can like get another one. Basically, you return a dead dragon that has been bonded to a Dragonlord back to life. Is Dirge? What's the other one? Bond. You permanently bond with a newly
Bond,
hatched
yeah.
metallic dragon. So it's
you would
only
bond to one, right?
yeah.
With the bond of the Dragonlords, and that's a permanent bond. So if you do that, you're taking a dragon on.
And then you can
You
res
like
the
it or
dragon.
not.
With Dirge. So you can't just command.
It
Okay.
has to be a baby too.
Yeah.
It has to be an unhatched dragon egg. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So it can't be a live dragon.
Mm-mm.
So I can't do my baller move.
No, but interesting.
Unless
thought.
there's eggs in there, you could take over one of the.
You might
Maybe
be able
there's
to
eggs in
animal
there.
handling them. Tell them to
But
scoot.
they might have an egg that we could snag, and you could bond with if you want one. Do you want yet another pet to follow you around?
True ranger
Do
style.
your
Follow me
will,
around and do
kill
nothing.
people for us,
Pretty sure as the gifted one, you're going to get a dragon if you keep on.
right? You're
Yeah.
like Dr. Doolittle. It's good.
So wait, Stimfey, dragon.
I have
Is
my
there something
pony.
else? Oh, pony. That's what I'm forgetting. That's right.
Right.
Polly, isn't it?
Polly the pony.
Yeah.
As the council disperses, there is somebody that approaches you while you're in the palace. Somebody that you recognize, Andromeda, sort of the countenance of. It's you just sort of recognize them for what they wear and who they are and how they approach you. You can tell that they're an Amazon warrior. They're likely from Themis. And so this lady approaches
Hey.
you. She's like, "Oh, hey, what's up? I can tell.
Amazons,
I can
am I
tell
right?
your chill is on, right?
Oh yeah, totally.
Yeah, right on. So hey, my name's Makaira. I'm kind of a former Amazon now, I guess. I'm serving Queen Valis, who's rad, by the way. Like,
Rad.
totally. And anyway, Cutting got banished, but long story. But
What?
you know,
We banish people now?
oh yeah, haven't you been? Well, if you haven't been back there, you may not want to go. There's this Queen Thylea. She's I don't know. She's all like, oh, follow the old ways and whatever. So, I thought I was pretty chill, but she's like, nope, you're not part of the old guard. Get the heck out of here. So I'm like, fine, I'm out. So I got banished. So I don't know what that means, but I landed here and I thought, Mitras is pretty chill. It's big, but it's Queen Valis is, she's right on. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
She seems to be the only smart one here.
Mm-hmm. So anyway, she wants to meet you, but yeah, I don't know if you ever make your way to Themis, I'd probably just keep sailing on by because that Queen Thylea, I don't even know how she became queen. Actually, she wasn't like next in line or anything. So talk about following the old ways.
Yeah, it is kind of hard to have a democracy when you have queens and stuff.
Mm. Yeah.
Yep.
Anyway, if you wanna talk to the queen some more, if you wanna follow me, I can take you over to her personal chamber.
Cool.
Cool. She just starts walking.
I think Andromeda would like wave back to the guys like, I'm gonna go off with a stranger. See ya.
Oh, I mean, they're all welcome. They're your friends, if you want to bring them along. I mean,
Oh,
whatever.
shoot. We gotta go talk to the
Oh.
queen.
It's all chill on Queen Valis' side of the palace. So
Sick.
I like
I mean, it's not
Valis.
like she doesn't have security. I mean, that'd be crazy, right? But she's,
Yeah.
Then I guess Andromeda like, hey, you guys want to go walk with a stranger?
Do you trust a stranger? Aren't they like you?
Yeah, sure.
Well, then that's good enough for me.
Sure. Yeah.
okay. So you're all going to go talk to Queen Valis.
Okay.
Okay.
Mhm.
So when you arrive, the queen is resting on her divan across from a series of gilded mirrors, and she's got a lot of scribes and servants wearing white that are attending to her. And she's sort of like, signing things. It's almost like you get the sense of like how was it Princess Honora? Was that her name? Was to Pythor, where she was the one actually running the day-to-day city. Yeah, you
Mhm.
get the same feel from Queen Valis. She's like, ordering things, signing things, helping the city, actually run.
It's a lot
And
of
she's
that
like,
going around Thylea, it seems like.
yeah. So she welcomes you when she sees you, and she's basically like, look, she's like, there's really deep conflicts within the city of Mitros right now. Um, there's there's some suspicions about what's going to happen when the Oath of Peace ends, and I think now is a good opportunity to explain to you, since you are the chosen, more about what really went down with the Oath of Peace and what it represents, just so that you understand. Um, so when the five gods arrived, um, the Titans were they were badly weakened already from fighting this first war against the Dragonlords. Um, and with the five gods, the mortal armies were going to be unstoppable, right? So the Dragonlords made their final voyage into the Forgotten Sea, and they fought all these battles over land and water. The Centaur armies were broken, the Gigan armies were almost exterminated. Sidon and Lutheria really had very little left with which they could fight, but they were still gods. So Lutheria laid claim to the vast underworld of the Nether Sea. That's where she captured the souls of the dead to make up for what she lost, right? And Sidon, he secured his hold on the waters of Thylea. He generated these great storms, battered the cities into submission. In this way, they almost basically forced a stalemate to the war, with a hope that they might recover from their losses. So, with their remaining power, that's where they struck a revenge blow. They hunted down and slaughtered almost all of the remaining dragon lords, including the curse that you heard upon Esther. And the true fate of the warriors was largely unrecorded in the histories, but in the end, basically both sides of the war were threatened with total annihilation. So, us five gods and the Titan met beneath the great tree of the Golden Heart, and we made blood handshakes over a solemn truce for 500 years. That's what became the Oath of Peace. And Mitros, the goddess of dawn, who the city is named after, sealed the oath with most of her remaining power. That's why she's not with us. So after that, Damon, who you've met, the great wizard of the Dragonlords, he saw
Mhm.
all of this done. He carried the scroll of the oath back to the civilizations. He brought the bodies of the Dragonlords along with him back to the city, and then he sort of disappeared into history, watching over them as he does now in the necropolis. So Mitros obviously greatly expanded after this during this time of peace, and the children of the Dragon Lords became kings, and their dynasties ruled over the cities. But now, with this oath of peace coming to an end, the Titans are probably going to look to strike again. And we're nearly 2 months away from that peace being ended. And it's probably not a coincidence that that falls on somebody's 18th birthday.
I already turned 18.
So the conflicts that you're going to find within the city are along those lines. I mean, there are some mortals now that are very much proponents of Sidon and perhaps even Lutheria because they sense what's coming and they're not just fearful for themselves and their families, but for all of Thylea, the city of Mitros, Astoria, all of mortal civilization. Um,
Don't they see that that's a self-fulfilling prophecy? All these endless sacrifices to Sidon, and none of them have appeased him. They've just given him strength. And
just know what you're getting into. So I do actually have one thing I would like to ask of you before you go. Before you
Yes.
set out, on your quest to recover the Ultros, if you could do some research into the cult of Lutheria in the city, this isn't like me giving you carte blanche to go and cause any murders or wreck the temple, but Lutheria has gained the cult of Lutheria has gained a lot of political influence, as you've seen recently. They now have a formal council with the king. That worries me. As much as Sidon being in the city and having a presence here is a struggle, Lutheria having political influence in the city is much worse. The cult is popular because it supplies the city with much of its wine. But I'm worried that the youth of this city is not going to have a foundation to stand upon if this political influence continues. If there's any opportunities that you can take advantage of to undermine that, it would do this city well. And by the way, as a final warning, my stupid husband tries to take advantage of every opportunity that's set before him. Him handing you the map of where the Ultros was last seen, there's something else at play there. He's been having really bad dreams lately, and I think it has something to do with the ship. And I'm thinking he's hoping that he's going to kill two birds with one stone by handing you that. That it could end up in your death, and it could end up in resolving his nightmares in some way. I don't know any more than that, but be careful. It's not just going to be a walk into you finding a ship and being successful. There's going to be some type of struggle or challenge that comes with that. I would suggest that if you do recover the Ultra successfully, that you try to keep it from King Acastus for as long as you can. He will see that as a threat on him rebuilding the Order of the Dragonlords, even though you're destined to.
Right. Thank you for the warning.
Yeah, so you're saying we shouldn't come back on the Ultros and start doing like donuts in the harbor.
Victory laps.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look what we've got.
how many rings you got?
Yeah. And as always, if there's anything that I can help with as you pursue the great labors that you're on, I'm here to be of assistance.
Thank
Obviously, my time is largely taken up by running the city, but I always will try to find the time for the chosen of the Oracle. Okay. Well, enjoy exploring the city.
Thank you. Are we to come back to you with this research information directly here?
Yeah, if you turn up anything that you think I can help out with that is a hindrance to Lutheria and her cult here within Mitros, please let me know.
You did say they control the wine market. Is that right?
They supply a lot of wine to the city. Yeah.
And
So
do we know
really
where they get it
popular.
from? Or is it from various places, or?
Probably various places. Mitros has a large vineyard that is a supply for a lot of the wine that is made here. but obviously different wines are also imported in from outside of the city as well.
Right. Okay.
Probably, I wouldn't be surprised if there's some connection to some of the Fae that live outside of Mitros, and wine being brought in from those sources.
Right. Okay. Beautiful. Thank you. Thinking if they're popular because of the wine, if we somehow undermine their monopoly or dominance.
Okay. So, leaving the palace.
I
On,
guess.
on leaving the palace, in the courtyard, you hear the loud sounds of snoring. And you look over, and lying atop a small fortune's worth of silver coins is an adult silver dragon.
Whoa.
I thought it was going to be my dad.
Maybe it is.
Taking bets on it being Python.
Taking a nap.
There are a little over a handful of servants who seem to be attending to the dragon. One washing it, one bringing it like new trinkets. One's bringing it like a piece of slaughtered sheep. And it's like waking up and stretching. It's like, oh, I didn't want sheep today. I wanted chicken.
God, you'll get nothing like it.
Go away and give me what I want. Oh, I don't like that trinket. Go find a different one. Hey, you there, you furry lion thing. Why don't you give me a trinket?
Me?
Singles you out.
What? I don't have any. Do you want a javelin?
Kick his ass.
Let me see it.
Just pull out a stock standard javelin from my fan.
Ew, it's not even shiny enough. This is so boring.
Hold on, let me see what else I
Only
have.
boring people get bored. Dragon.
Ruffled your feathers, bird.
You did.
I got nothing.
Ugh, yuck.
Yeah. Yuck
I
is right.
do feel like chicken. Maybe I'll have a taste of you.
Oh, that's rude.
You are what you
No.
eat, chicken.
The servant's like, please stop antagonizing the dragon. This is the king's dragon, Icarus.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not surprised. Icarus, huh? I got a great future for you, pal. Okay. You put the ick in Icarus, know what I mean? All right.
Maybe I'll be the better person. Why don't you take a coin from my treasure just so you can feel better about yourself?
Money
Go
is
ahead.
really just
Take
the
any coin you want.
overcompensation. I don't want one of your
Please,
coins, really.
I'm much more above you. I'm
Nyrix,
so lordly and
Yeah.
generous.
take the coin. He's giving you a coin. Take the coin. I can't believe you're turning down free money.
Look, it's in the air. Do you want it?
Yeah.
I'll get it for you. All right, I'll take one for my friend. But it's not because I want it. It's because he wants it.
I do.
It's because he's my friend and I care about him. So I'm doing it. See?
That's
So-
boring too. Enjoy your silver coin, lion thing.
Thanks.
Thanks. So
Just
you're
remember
still...
who the generous dragon that gave it to you.
What's your name again?
Icarus.
Ick, that's right.
Thanks.
Dickarus. Got it.
I don't think that's what he said his name was.
What? No.
I don't get the joke.
I know.
He's acting pretty ridiculous.
Yeah.
Oh, that's inspiration worthy. Fireworks go off in Mitros at that time.
A national holiday.
Or what? I grab someone's shoulder. I don't care for fireworks.
Oh, wow. Okay. let's wrap up with this. All right. So as you leave the palace, you realize that people everywhere are watching you exit with great interest. You hear excited chatter amongst crowds that are starting to gather now around you outside the palace. It's the Oracle's chosen ones. It's the heroes of the Heartlands. They've come to Mitros to save us from the Titans. Hooray! Several merchants approach you, expressing gratitude for the work you've done to make the roads safer to travel.
Fuck.
Detachments of centurions salute you as you walk past. As news of your presence spreads, more and more admirers crowd around you, vying for your attention, and before long, your progress through the city has slowed to a crawl as you have all these people sort of excitedly gathering to meet you. One of them you recognize. That's right, folks. It's me, Sadie the Sata. You're here in a new city? You want some new trinkets? I got you covered.
Oh no.
Anybody that wants to drink it, go ahead and roll a D100. See what you get.
Oh, I want a trinket.
Andromeda's on top of it. Like, yeah, okay.
61.
61. Let's see what I got for you here. Oh, it's a small oak wood box of vibrantly colored powders. Each color in its own tiny drawer.
Neat.
I got the
Just for you.
I got the 7.
7. Oh, here's a book of lore.
No,
When you open the book, it's like hollow.
I can keep snacks in here. Thanks.
Sure.
Like if Kyros is like, somebody already read this book.
It's
It's spent.
I once received a book for a birthday present, and the cover said Irish erotic art, and you opened it up, and it was a blank book.
Oh, nice.
I got a 97.
Whoa, a 97. That's a big one. Here's a brown mushroom of extraordinary size.
Oh, and trust
Just
the brown
for
mushroom.
you. I wouldn't eat that if I were you. I found that quite a while ago. Come on. Come on. Who else? Trinkets for everybody.
I just got my Comic-Con badges, so I'll roll.
Oh, yay.
Yay!
Aw. I'm
61.
I'm
You
still
know,
waiting.
my screen went away. Like I was waiting forever. I was on my phone. It went like I had to refresh my screen. I refreshed my phone screen like because it went to sleep because I was playing. Went back and then I was in the queue. I was right there ready to buy. So I don't know if it doesn't say to refresh the screen. Don't refresh the screen. But if you're on your phone, let it. You know what I mean? Let it go black for a second. Pop back in. Maybe that'll prompt it. I don't know. But that's what happened to me immediately. Because I was watching it like a hawk forever for like 40 minutes and then nothing. Anyway, back to the story.
Oh,
61
Hey.
is what I rolled.
It's actually a duplicate, but we're going to go the next one down.
Okay.
Here you go. Here's a piece of tree bark that's coated in blood.
Oh, is it fresh?
Yeah.
No, it's not really fresh. It's dried.
Do
It's
you know
been a
what kind
while.
of blood it... Oh, were you there when it happened?
Well, I wasn't there, but I heard some stories. See,
Really?
what happened
Like,
is this giant dead baby got a piece of this wood and then stabbed this lady in
Oh,
the
man.
neck or something, and then this evil thing, it got destroyed by it. I don't know. There's some history behind it.
That
or
sounds like a
something.
great
Happened in this-
adventure.
It happened in this creepy obelisk. Yeah.
sounds good. Thank
Any-
you.
Sure.
What kind of
anytime.
tree?
A fey tree of some kind. I don't know. You can't identify those things.
You can actually. Naya, do you just look like
Yeah.
anyone you know?
I'm telling you, I'm a Theta, and I don't know, man. You're not gonna find out.
It's easily identifiable.
And the blood too, right? I mean,
Hey there, you with the water hair. You want a trinket, or should I move on? There's
Please
lots
leave
of
me
people
in
around
peace.
here. I don't like crowds.
Sadie. Yeah, me neither. So a hole in this crowd would be great. That's all you could bring me. Please be at peace. Just go in peace, Sadie.
Okay. Hey, everybody. Get off. The chosen are busy.
You choose
So,
it.
with that, next time when we get together, we're going to explore Mitros.
I can show you all around.
Kira's like, no, I'll come with you. I can guide you.
Great.
I know some stuff.
I mean, I grew up here, and I've got the street urchin feature, but sure.
I studied here. I was at university, academy as they call it. So, did you go to the academy?
You'll take the upper parts. I can take the lower parts. How about that?
Oh, okay. All right, we'll share.
I would like to find a bucket of wastewater and just scream into it for like 20 minutes, and then
that's not good. It's not good for you.
And then I'll be ready. It's fine. That's fine.
You could probably get one of those from Sadie.
You met King Acastus.
We did meet him. They're all kind of awful, aren't they? Except, what's her name? Gallus?
It really depends on
Gallus.
the perspective, I think.
GV, consonant shift, Yes. I kind of like her. Is she allowed to have concubines too? I'd like to audition.
Oh. Wow. All right.
She's ageless and hot and cool and, I'm cursed. I mean, come on. It's got to have some appeal.
It's got to have some bad
it all makes sense. It all fits together.
Right? It's all coming together. It's destiny, baby. It's the prophecy.
It's the prophecy, baby.
It's the prophecy, baby. We can't fight this, It's preordained. Foreordained. 5 ordained even. I mean, it's so ordained you wouldn't believe it.
I feel like that would really win her over, that pitch.
Yeah.
It could be like all great ordained or great ordained. Some kind of big dog involved. I don't know.
Right.
Scooby-Doo, where are you?
Wow.
I know. I don't know what happened.
Already worked.
I think I just had an aneurysm, guys. I don't know. Hanna-Barbera inspired aneurysm.
I don't know where to go next with that.
Hanna-Barbera aneurysm.
She's still invading colonizer.
Does Kyros have a voice this episode?
Did he? Not for most of it.
He
turned
does
out
for most of it. Yeah,
Well, he did have a lot of meat from Garrett to chew on.
Yeah, so I'll have to figure out how I'm going to fix that.
I tried to cast silence on Kira, but I missed.
Yeah, no, that's okay. It's so close.
It's my fault.
Yeah, it's not Kira. It's it's not Kyros. It's Kira. You got them mixed up.
No, it's real easy to do. We're very
syllables matter in spell
translation thing.
Yeah,
because Kyros is not even from Thylea, so
no, you shouldn't even be able to target me with your witch magic.
That's a really good point. More, I don't know.
I bring the bucket with me.
That makes a lot of sense.
I will pay whoever's wastewater bucket this is. Just carry it on my shoulder like a.
Do we have purified water?
Hey, look what I pulled out of my bag. It's a bucket just for you. I don't know where that water's from, though. Be careful.
I'll just get new water. Thank you.
It's very sudsy.
Okay, I think I heard a suggestion of outtakes and plugs.
Outtakes? I like outtakes.
Outros.
Outtakes and plugs. I'm gonna do this. Nope.
Let's see. Monday and Wednesday are planning sessions. Monday it's Star Wars. Wednesday is the next campaign from the players of Task Force Unlikely. So join us.
What's the name of that campaign? Do you have figured it out yet?
The setting is Gracefall, so that's what we're calling it for now. But I'm sure we will come up with a different
squad name or something
at some point.
Right.
Yes, I love the name Task Force Unlikely, so we'll have to top it even.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh,
Get to work, Jay.
Yeah, that one's gonna be rough. That was a really good name.
Yeah, because the TFU acronym could be mean something else too, which is kind of funny.
Team Forge Unwieldy.
I like it.
It's not as good.
They're all
like and subscribe. Click a bell. Do a thing.
Must subscribe.
And next time, I won't forget to unmute myself or whatever the hell happened. I'll figure it out.
Renew your Amazon shit. Do it. Oh,
I'll do that now. So, do you do that on the site or do you do that on the Twitch site?
You have to do it on the Twitch site.
Okay, cool. I think it's because I've always been on a tablet.
Yeah, it's hard. It's
You can't do it
But
on
I have-
mobile. You have to do it on
It's-
desktop.
I have a
very annoying.
Chromebook, so I think that'll work.
Yeah, that should work.
Yeah, cool.
It's just the
It's
mobile
never
app
been
doesn't
easier.
support it.
except not on devices like that.
It used
Right.
to be easy.
It could be easier.
Yeah.
It could
And then you have
probably
to
be a
renew
bit
it every month.
easier.
It's actually a real pain in the ass.
It,
but
you-
please do
it used
for
to
us.
auto renew. You used to be able to do it from the Amazon site. It was so much easier.
Did they cut off the auto renewals so that people didn't feel like they got, auto renewed to death?
I don't know why
Well,
they did.
because
mean,
they
it's
still have
free,
auto
though.
renewal. Yeah, they still have auto renewal for regular subscriptions. It's just for the Prime.
Yeah, they used, but I don't know.
That's weird.
Yeah,
There's only one way to find out. Do it.
yeah,
huh?
do it. It's probably to like foster engagement, so that you have to.
And then complain in the
Yeah.
comments about what a pain in the ass it was.
Yeah,
Listen, the
Deliberate
streamers get
action.
50 cents extra. It's worth it, probably.
Give us a thumbs down because that counts as engagement for making you do this thing.
Yeah, I'll do it. I'll do it, okay?
Okay.
Okay, I'll do it, okay?
Bye.
Yeah, I guess.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.
If you're
Later.
still here.
Come with a bang.